Welcome, collectors. It's that time. We've made it to part 3 and the final part of the excavator collection video. This one we're going to focus exclusively on mini excavators. Now, I only have 6 to show you because, as you've heard me say in a few other videos, mini excavators and most compact equipment, the OEMs, and that's original equipment manufacturers such as Cat, Bobcat, etc., like this type of machine to be modeled in larger scales, like 125, 124, 132, etc. That's the scale that they prefer to sell and give to their customers as gifts, or to help sell and showcase the real machine. So while there are a lot more than I have here out in the market and out in people's collections, this is only a small sample size. There are way more. I'm talking about probably over the years at least 100, if not more, different versions in larger scale. So with that said, I'm going to show you what I have. Hopefully you guys will like that. And let's go ahead and get started with that out of the way. So first one I have to show you guys is and this is not a joke, this is the actual manufacturer of this scale model. This is the Wang Industries Bobcat 325. A very small model in 1:50 scale because it's a small excavator in real life, of course, as all these are. That's why, well, it's implied that they're mini excavators. It's in the name, right? This came in a tractor-trailer set with 2 mini excavators and 2 skid steer loaders a number of years ago. I don't even think this set is available anymore. Obviously, you have to go on the secondary market or reach out to a fellow collector if you want to purchase one. And this was during the time period as well where Ingersoll Rand either was a subsidiary of Bobcat, or they purchased Bobcat, or they were business partners. I don't know. There's so many business deals that I don't even try and keep up with them anymore. People come in and buy parts of companies, and then, you know, the next year, if sales are down, they disappear. But at any rate, this was the time period where IR Ingersoll Rand was at least some part of Bobcat. But as far as the model goes, open ROPS machine for, you know, rollover protection structure. So the operator's going to get plenty of air, that's for sure. Very limited functionality on this model, very basic. You can see the unpainted rivets, things like that. The tracks don't roll very smooth at all. And this metal blade here is just molded into the casting. It doesn't raise or lower. So, very dated model. Yeah. Alright, so the next model, this is a Norscot model. This is the E35, again, another one that came in a Bobcat dealer tractor-trailer set, which had a couple mini excavators and a couple Bobcat skid steer loaders on it as well. This is a much newer excavator. I think Bobcat still sells E35s, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm not up on my mini excavator equipment. But despite this being a newer model, it still has a lot of unpainted connection rivets that really detract from the look of it. Still no hydraulic lines. But one thing I do like about this, if you look right here, they molded into the casting the option to... Let's fix this little track here. They molded into the casting the option to buy a 3D printed thumb kit, which I know some people make, so you can have a thumb on this if you so desire. The functionality is much improved from the other Bobcat, as you can see. It's a pretty respectable dig depth, if we're being honest. And the tracks do roll a little bit better, if you can get them to actually stay on. So that's the E35. Okay, next one I have to show you guys. This is a newer model released by Diecast Masters within the past 15 months or so, I'd say. This is the Cat 301.7 CR, the smallest excavator that they offer in 1:50 scale for Cat. And it comes with a few extra attachments. So as you can see, it has a 3-tooth general duty bucket. It also comes with a ditch clearing bucket, as it says on the description. I like to call it a smooth cleaning bucket. An auger as well, and a impact hammer. So for this model being so small, it does pack a punch in terms of detail. With it being a ROPS machine, clearly you can see all of the intricate details of the operator's compartment and the operator station. There's even Cat on the back of the seat. But all the joysticks are modeled. There's even an operator's console box right here, control right here. Even a bunch of warning labels and tie-down labels back here. So it's really a nice model, a very nice small machine. Again, it could have done with some hydraulic lines, but you could always add those if you want to, with some thread or whatever material you want to use. And even the blade here does raise and lower. So as tiny as this is, the blade does raise and lower. And to give you an idea of how small it is, here is the E35 next to it, or side by side with it. You can see that the E35 really makes it look like it's much bigger than it actually is. So that is the Diecast Masters 301.7 with 3 different attachments. Definitely a very popular model. So this is the Norscot 308 CCR. So there's the 308C and then CR. That's important, as you'll see in a minute. This was the first model that Norscot released, the first mini excavator model that Norscot released in 1:50 scale. They did a couple others in 1:32 scale before this. But this was a hit. We finally had a mini excavator in 1:50 scale that collectors had been asking for many, many years. Now, the way that they did this is the second version. They made 2 different versions of this. The original, which they released in 2004, had the regular, pyramid-style graphics and colors. This is the second version, because it was still in the lineup in 2007 when Cat changed over, as most of you guys know, to the Power Stripe. So this is the second version. And the reason I'm showing you the second version over the original is because this version is still available as a Diecast Masters Core Classic series, and this is the one you will get with this trade dress and updated functionality and things like that. The bucket on this is really a high point because this hole right here is actually drilled through. Let's see if I can demonstrate that for you. Yeah, you can see right there, there's some daylight through it. So you can put a small, old necklace chain or whatever as a lifting chain or something. And they did the hydraulic lines actually molded into the casting on this. So I guess that's better than not having any at all. And if you wanted to, you can have a black or silver paint head or something and really detail these out and bring them out to add some detail. The tracks worked okay, and the blade does raise and lower on this. And there's a fair effort of detail on the interior of this as well. So for its time, certainly in 2004 anyway, this was a very nice model, and it still remains in the lineup today. Okay, transitioning to the 2 newest mini excavators in the Diecast Masters line. These are in the Highline series, so they come in those very nice collectible metal tins. This is the 308 CR, so the difference here is you're dropping one of the C's. So the Norscot one was a 308 CCR, this is a 308 CR, and this is a very nice model. I have to be honest with you. It does come with, obviously, the auger, but your general purpose bucket, your general duty bucket, your ditch clearing bucket, and your impact hammer are the 3 attachments that are 3 other attachments besides the auger that are included in the set for a total of 4. Again, you have molded into the casting should you want to purchase one, aftermarket, if you will. The little section there for a mechanical thumb kit. And these do have the ability to have the operator in and out of the cab if you so desire. Great looking tracks that have a good looking tread pattern and everything on it. Dozer blade does raise and lower. Just really an exceptional piece. So that is the 308 CR. Now, the attachments for this and the attachments for the last model that I'll show you, this part right here is metal, but the quick coupler is plastic. So it is made of robust plastic, but you got to be a little bit careful. So pay attention to what you're doing. You don't want to break the quick coupler on these with repeated use of changing out attachments. So the last model, and it is not just a C08 repainted, or 308 repainted rather. It's a different and totally new casting, a little bit bigger in size. This is the 309 CR. And of the 2, I prefer this one just because this comes with a mulching attachment, which I love. So it comes with the mulcher attachment, it comes with your ditch clearing bucket, your general duty bucket, and an auger. So the main difference in attachments between this and the 308 is this one comes with a mulcher, whereas the 308 comes with an impact hammer, but both come with a general duty bucket and a ditch clearing bucket. So like the 308, this again has the mounting point for a thumb. You can take out Bob the operator or put him in the seat if you so desire. Great level of paint and decal application, especially with warning labels. Just really a spectacular piece. I love these little things. Again, you can add hydraulic lines if you wish to just add that little bit more of the immersion and realism factor to it. But certainly, these are priced accordingly, and I think for the most part fairly. And here's the best part of this mulcher. Check this out. I hope this is coming up on camera. It actually moves. There you go. So there you have it, collectors. Certainly small, quantity-wise, by other standards of vehicles in my collection, but nonetheless interesting. And definitely, if you don't have a mini excavator in your 1/50 scale collection, certainly consider getting at least one of these. They're great models. They have a lot of display and collectability value with them. As always, I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. If you enjoyed this video, check out your screen right now. You'll see a suggested link and a playlist for the other excavator videos that I have done recently. Take care of yourself, take care of others. I will see you in the next video.